Good evening, everyone. How you doing? Welcome to tonight's stream. DSW6. That is correct. DSW6. It is early access launch day, and lots of people are playing the Riviera, and we're not going to be any different tonight. But I can see that Peter Edmonds is in. So, in the interests of getting the correct medical staff in, we are going to start with the Western. So, Pete, if you've got the nurse around, tell her just to hang on. She's on overtime. We're going down in the Western, down to Paignton first. From I think we're starting at Exeter, Craig David's. I think that's where we're starting. So we're going to do that first. Then we're going to go in the Voyager, because everybody seemed to like the Voyager last night on the preview stream. After the Voyager, we're going to go in the 802, and then if we got time, we're going to jump in the 150. So that's the plan. It's quite a long stream because the services are all a bit longer. But hopefully, those of you that are in early access have now got early access. I know there's been some problems with the Xbox version. I don't know if you've now all got the correct version. I think they uploaded the wrong version. That's happened before. Elliot, legend, thank you very much for that super chat. The Western is a really useful engine. Yeah, we're going to have a look at that in a minute. I've got the maroon one, by the way. We're going to use the maroon one, which Dovetail kindly sent to me today, because I only had the blue one. The blue one was coming out of the Diesel Legends, I think, which I did have. But we're going to run the maroon one. If my voice keeps up, that is. How is everybody? Let's have a look. We've got Animal, Great Western, G. Dave, Dace, Elliot, of course, Welsh Transport, Pete Edmonds, Josh Summers, how are you? Who else have we got? Dave Melody, how you doing, Dave? Nice to see you again. Wesley Bournes. Anybody else? Nah, I think we're good. Oh, Scott Chego's there. Right, shall we get going? I know some of you, if you're on console, you haven't seen all the layers yet. I don't think they showed them last night. They might have done. So I'm just going to show you the layers for the Riviera first. So we click into it. You can see they're all coming from various places, but we've got the 52 blue, the 150, of course, which comes with the route. Then we got the 158 from Midland Main Line, the 802, which comes with the route, the Scotsman, the Jubilee. I think these are coming from the Peak Forest. The steam trains, I think, coming from the Peak Forest. We got the HST, of course, the 166, the Stanier 8F, the Voyager is the Deluxe Loco. I think from West Coast Mainline, Preston to Carlisle, we got the 08. We've, of course, got the Brunel 47, the Class 40 from the Heavy Freight Pack, the West Cornwall 37, the 47/4, and, of course, our old favourite, the 66. There's a lot on there, isn't there? There's a lot. So you're going to find it's a really good route. I know most of you probably watched the preview stream last night. We're just going to play it tonight, and then you can judge it for yourself. As I said, we're going to start with the Western. So you can use the blue one, as I said, from Diesel Legends, or you can use the maroon one if you own that. So that's what we're going to do first. There's a sort of four-part... Oh, part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 3 rail tour. That's odd. Anyway, we're going to do part 1, which is Exeter St David's down to Paignton. I'm going to change the weather so it looks nice. We'll go for June, I think. And we'll see how we get on. Driver Class 220, says Wesley. Yeah, that's coming up. That's coming up next. We're going to do that next. Who else we got? Chris, good evening. Ricardo, how you doing? Taki, good to see you. Drummy, I think that's everybody new. PS5 Deluxe has no gameplay sound on the menus. I keep listening for it because this music has a very it's very loud, and then it goes very quiet as it restarts from the beginning. Just listening to it. It could just be that, I think. Right, wait for a moment. We don't have to pick up passengers, so we'll just get set up, shall we? So we will do that. Master key into forwards. We'll have the train classification on somewhere down here. Without me using the panel, I can usually do it. Is the headlight. Where is it? There it is. Instrument lights. Then we need to do this, of course. Acknowledge that. We need the windows open because it's a Western. So we'll do that. And we'll take a look outside. Got an 802 in the other platform. Look at the reflection. That's pretty neat. Got a 150 on its lonesome on that side. So we just need to wait for just under a minute before we can go out. Elliot, you've played the Riviera route and you love every mile of it. Excellent, excellent. Welsh Transport says, is the TFW Class 150 updated with the sounds and all that? I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is yet, but I think the plan is that they are going to update it. Good evening, George. How you doing? Mikey, nice to see you. You're updating it on Xbox. I hope you've got the right version. Jonathan, good evening. Yeah, you need to check it's the right version for tomorrow. I'm sure they're going to sort that out straight away unless they've, you know, they've probably already done it, I would say. Is the walkie-talkie to call breakdown? Yeah, it should be, shouldn't it? There it is. That's the new thing for contacting the signal. Well, it's not new, is it? It's been around for a while, but... Right, got the yellow. Then we'll get the brakes off. We're straight down to Paignton, 20 miles. I still don't like that horn. More like a squeak. Off we go. Is the name in front of me in case I forget? No, it's in case you forget. Nice bit of traffic as well. Does the 220 Voyager layer into Manchester Airport? I think it is going to, but I don't think they've done it yet. Choo Choo, how are you? Pete says the Xbox is sorted now. Excellent, excellent. Okay, cool. That's good to know. That's good to know. I knew they'd fix it straight away. It's not ideal, is it? But so you might want to test it, Animal. See if it's fixed. Yeah, how you doing, David? Good evening to you. Once we get past this 75 boards, we'll thrash it a little bit. Turn on DSD. Do we have DSD in this? I honestly don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There's the 75, so shall we go for it? Oh, look at that on the back. That's nice. The West Somerset 47. That's a nice rail tour. You love the platform and the onboard training. I told you you would. I said you'd enjoy them. Yeah, I did do the AWS, yeah, I did. Good evening, Sean. You do have DSD. Where did you switch it on, though? I thought like Dave it was a bit too old for DSD, but I'm not sure. New York, Texas, how you doing? I think, by the way, New York, Texas has just reminded me. I think what we'll attempt to do tomorrow night is we'll do the Morristown tomorrow night. If anybody is around for that and fancies it. I must admit, I spent most of my time on this route, followed by Morristown, I would say, and not a lot of Leipzig, but I'll fix that. It's in the corridor behind the cab on the wall. In there, you mean? Oh, so it is. There you go, Sean. I did not know that. Thank you very much. Right, we've now got the DSD on. There you are. How do you reinstall your routes on early access? You'll only have your routes if you're on Steam. If you're on console, you won't get them till Tuesday on the full release. It's been a while since you played the Western, you forgot. I don't think I even knew it had that, so I've learnt something there. It's quite good. But once you get access to your other content, make sure you run the Western, because there's the DSD. It's suited to this route, isn't it? It only works by getting out the seat and sitting back down. It does cancel then. We'll just see. We'll turn it off if it doesn't play ball. Joshua says we'll be doing all the trains you can drive the Riviera Line. Not in one go tonight because there's quite a few of them. We'll cover a few of them though. Andy lad, how you doing? First time catching a stream. Normally have to watch the video on demand next day. Currently still can't play as it crashes when you try and load it. What? Well, welcome first of all. What are you playing on? What platform are you playing on, Andy? Make sure you all hit the like button for me if you don't mind as well. Somebody disliked it before it started. Those who didn't like a look at what was coming up. So you can negate that by hitting the like button for me. Happens every week. Yeah, so we'll be in the Voyager next. So we're going to go Plymouth to Exeter next. Full run of the main line. Seems to be alright, Sean, that DST. Seems to be playing alright. Person who, I can't pronounce your username, but it looks good. Driving the 52 on this route is mega. It certainly is. Got a bit of everything this route, hasn't it? I mean, scenery wise it's great. Probably shouldn't be speeding. Not with that water right next to me. I don't want to go over that railing. Good evening, Andrew. Good evening, Mr. Water. How you doing? Nice to see me face. There you go. I haven't had a shave though. That water's a bit better than the Train Sim Classic water, isn't it? Let's be honest. We commented about the Train Sim Classic one last time. Good evening, Nick. How you doing? Better in real life. Yeah, it is your local line, isn't it? Yeah. And I don't know if David Drives is in, lurking. But I asked him last night for his opinion of Newton Abbot as well. And he seemed to quite like the look of it. So that was a good recommendation too. I was looking for my motor rail platform though, which is completely different in this version. All that's gone now, it's car park, looks like. As an Eastern man, it's difficult for you to admit, but this is a cracking bit of route. It's nice, isn't it? It's nice. Look at this. Those coaches are lovely, aren't they? On your TV, the live chat blocks the face cam. There you go. Every cloud. Yeah, I know what you meant, Mr. White. I'm pulling your leg. I'm just pulling your leg. Might as well get it up to full whack. Well, you're only a 10 to 15 minute walk away from the depot. Excellent. Good evening, 3-star. How you doing? Yeah, get the start. Make sure you, whatever you do, make sure you get the starter pack because it's only around for I think 6 weeks. I think it's 6 weeks. Last time it was available until about January. I think they extended it to the end of January or something like that. Yeah, just make sure you get that. Mike DC, wonder if the sea spray has been modelled in stormy weather. I think somebody asked that last night. I'm not sure if it is. And high and low tide, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, evening Ramal. Yeah, this is the deluxe edition. HST alert. Yeah, once you get all your layers in, if you've got all that previous DLC, you're gonna have a ton of stuff to do on this. I know a lot of you like the HST. You always say it. So you know, taking it up and down here is brilliant. Rather than just on the Great Western Express. Right, I've got 60 coming up. Oh, there's a storm in one of the scenarios, right? I haven't played the scenarios yet. I usually leave those and do them on the PS5, so I will definitely be doing it. I think anybody on console, by the way, if you're going like on PS5, if you're going for the platinum, I think it's the usual set of trophies. Create your own livery, create your own scenario, run your own scenario with your own livery, all the usual stuff. I was having a quick look last night. The Great Western HSTs are retiring in 3 months. Well, they'll always be in the game, which is a good thing. Andy Led, you've got to do a reinstall of everything. What platform did you say you're on again? Are you on the Xbox? I might have missed your response, actually. Because it might just need a new version downloading. Driving the 802 Remol, nice. We'll be having a go on that as well shortly. Yeah, most of the trophies auto-popped on first opening. Yeah, they do. Because it's using your save file from before, so you've done a lot of it already. All the driver level ones, things like that, you've already done them. Great Western, the route looks bang on. That's high praise from you, that. You can walk down this seawall as well, by the way, on foot. There's a few places where they've allowed it on foot, which is quite good. I haven't done it yet. Painted the level crossing at full gates, not barriers, as in the stream. Yeah, I'm not sure. I put that's Paignton in tonight's thumbnail as well. That's the crossing at Paignton, with the 150 going over it. Mr. Watt, are you getting the starter pack? Oh yeah, that's right. Flight Simulator is coming to PS5. Yes, someone else told me that before. That's quite nice. Plymouth, I think that is. I'm starting to learn the stations already. Good job we were playing it on TS Classic for a while. What am I driving? What am I driving? The 52. You're on the Xbox, and the reinstall did fix it after you patched it already. Okay, excellent. That's good. That's good. I'm glad everybody's getting sorted out. I could see the official Discord going mad shortly after 4 o'clock. That looks tidal, doesn't it? Tide's gone out there. We'll have to make a note and see if that's filled up. What time's that? That's 10:32 in... Did I set it to June or July? Well, you can see the tide's out there, so... Or was it? No, the water's in. Hang on. Is it in or out? Looks in there. Further up, it looks out. I don't know. That looks in to me. The water's a different colour down this end. It's like a brownie colour. Anyway, keep an eye on it. We'll see if it goes out anytime. We can do 90 down here. It's very remiss of me not putting my foot down. Right, we've got 7.9 to Paignton. Check the cab side number plate. Yeah, what A1015, no nameplate. I had a go as the blue one over the weekend, and that was Western Champion. The blue one was Western Champion, definitely. I got your bucket and spade, yeah. It's alright down there, isn't it? It's nice, that. We're right down there for a day. I've got 60 coming up. Yeah, Western on the Great Western. Absolutely. Boy, good evening, how are you doing? Concentrating more on the shadow fill. The train seems more prominent, yeah. Am I going to attempt to fly? I've done a little bit of that on the PC. I do have the PC version, of course. I don't mind it. I do play it. Not a lot on the channel, but I do play it quite a bit. The Class 150s your childhood trains was nice. Beaton Huff Junction, good evening, how are you doing? Will we be able to play all TSW5 add-ons on TSW6? You will, with the exception of the Peninsula Corridor, if you've got that. But you will get a version of it, but it'll be unbranded. It won't be Caltrain. So effectively, you'll be able to run everything, but without the branding on that one particular route. We've got a red just after the station. Good evening, Rob. How are you doing? 3-star reds. Hooked on Train Sim, but now hooked on Flight Sim on Xbox as well. Yeah, it gets to you like that, doesn't it? Good evening, Dougie. Good evening, Ratty. You're late because you've been playing the game. That's a perfect excuse. Yeah. This is Newton Abbot. Here's my motor rail place from Train Sim Classic. Looks a bit different. David, first time you haven't had any issues pre-installed, 2 patches installed the last couple of days. Watch the counter tick down, opened it bang on 4 PM. Excellent. Excellent. Baz, thank you for subscribing. Hope you're well. Right, let's watch for this red. Let's stay out of trouble. Give the people at Newton Abbot a nice train to look at. Without paying for them, if you already own them, Beaton, if you already own the add-ons, then they'll transfer across. But obviously, you don't own them, then you will have to still buy them. Stop's a little bit short, but that's better than going through it. How fast can you go on the Riviera? I think it's up to 100 in a couple of places. Planes, Trains, how you doing? Good evening. Anthony, good evening. You're in the Voyager, but you got stuck. There's a bug with the Voyager, which if you saw the official stream last night, Matt's got the same one. It's with the emergency brake, as I understand it. There's just no way of getting out of it at the moment. The nurse is getting twitchy with Peter. Uh-oh. Last time he tried flight sim, the oxen on the stand and upset the tower. 50 likes, excellent. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Don't forget the semaphores after the station around the bridge. This bridge. Yeah. Is it over here? There they are. There's the semaphores. Yeah, thank you for that reminder. Newton Abbot is very near spot on, says Ratty. Excellent. Duncan, frame rate on Xbox is patchy. Seems to be down to making the current gen version solely for the Series S rather than performance and grip. I saw your message about that in the Discord, yeah. Yeah, the semaphores are at the oldie, yeah, they said that last night. Right, we've got a 40, and not long after we got a red at the moment. You hope they have rail fan and train spotters as random events and blasting the horn for them gets you extra points. Next stop, Dawlish. Yeah, well, we shouldn't be stopping, but I know what you mean. We passed Dawlish, aren't we? Nightmare Gamer, how you doing? In Flight Sim, toggle the real-time. The real-time weather's actually really good, isn't it? In Flight Sim. $57 likes. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate that. If you have just come in after the Western, we're going to do the Voyager right down the main line, starting at Plymouth. That's the plan. We've got a green now, so we're good. 6 miles to Paignton. After all these years of TSW, you don't know what the points are for, so you turn them off. Yeah, they're not used for anything, are they? I always thought there'd be some plan to use them for something, but nah. It's just an indication of how long you've played it, I suppose, because you've got your level. I think on PC at the moment, because I only use it for streaming, I'm somewhere in the region of 127, 128, and I think on the PlayStation I'm 839, I think, on PlayStation. But that's all it's used for. And it doesn't really reflect any kind of skill, it's just how long you've been playing it, how much time you've spent, really. Am I on the preview version, or at least I'm on the preview because we started just before the I was able to download the version. It might be the same version, I don't know. But the timing of the Steam release coincided with when I was going live, so I just left it on the preview. Baz, is Exeter St David's to Exmouth in the game? You can't get to Exmouth. There are services that are labelled as going to Exmouth, but you can't go all the way to Exmouth, no. Oh, you're approaching Dawlish, Wesley. I get you. There's a very nice cafe at Newton Abbot. You were forced to use it when the line flooded at Castle Curry a couple of years back. Nice. See if you can find the guide panel on the 220. Remind me. This, you're a massive level 9. That's good. You've only just started. That's good. Make sure as well, Stish, that you get the starter pack next week. The TSW6 starter pack. So it'll upgrade what you've got, even if you don't buy any of these routes. It'll upgrade the core. If you get 1 trillion points, you're awarded with a 1970s Traveller's Fur curly ham sandwich. Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Mounted on a plinth. Put it behind me. Rob says, what does Rob say? The RC and release are now the same, just switched over. Oh, no update. Right, okay, so this is exactly the same as the public release. Okay, that's good to know. Thanks for that. Yeah, perfect. You're on level 1400. You got too much time on your hands. Torquay. We're approaching Torquay, I think, aren't we now? I think we're approaching Torquay. How does the woman in the announcement say it, though? She doesn't quite say Torquay. She says Torquay or something. You have to listen as you go through the... Obviously, we won't get announcements on this, but I'm sure she says Torquay. Anything that goes to Exeter Central? Nope. Just the main line to Plymouth, yeah. Yeah. Trainsim World, good evening. How are you? Who is that representing Trainsim World? As I approach this red light. Forward before Torquay, got you, got you. Right, we'll just wait here. Andrew, definitely getting a starter pack. You're going to get the Riviera Line and a 220. You don't see any point in getting the American and German lines. Not your type of thing. Have a look when we do the streams of them on here. I think the American one's really good, to be honest. There's a lot packed into that one. Right, there's the yellow. Oh yeah, I forgot about Dave's lady friend at Tiverton. It's a long time since we've heard that story. Good evening, Patrick. You don't see a lot of changes. Space Monkey, good evening. They're soon to build a new station a couple of miles before Tor at Edginswell. Torquay will then have 3 stations. Oh, interesting. Is that a tourism thing? Is that why an extra station's needed, or is it just a population thing? I don't know. Near where you used to live and hospital where both of us went. I remember you telling that story, Nick, yeah? Yeah. Oh, she's visiting you next month. God. We won't see you next month then. The TSI there. I don't see it on the why do I not see it on the hood? Well, I've learnt where the DSD is on the Western, so I'm quite happy about that. It's more the hospital, so probably for that. Right, interesting. Oh, I'm going to have to get the speed off. Big time. Big time. Oh, this is bad. Oh, we're alright. It's got good brakes. I will say this. You'll notice this when you're playing. Because of the changes to the signalling, there is even more opportunity to spad. I'm just going to say that. So all you that come here to look for a spad, you may see one or two. And by the way, the TSR is now showing on the hood, coming up. So we were just a little bit out of range when we saw the first sign. Pete, right, good evening. No, it's alright, don't worry. Don't worry. We've got plenty of time left. I got you, Dave, yeah. Yeah. Nearly not only a spad, but an optional. Yeah, I nearly went shooting through there, didn't I? It's going to happen. It might even happen tonight. Yeah, the passengers, Patrick, have had a little bit done to them, but not much. Next station, definitely Torquay. Right, we'll have a look for that. We've got this TSI coming up. Downhill as well, quite steep. There's the sea. Couple of miles to Paignton now. No spad shown. No, you haven't missed any. Don't worry. Is the London Underground still in this version? Bakerloo line? Yeah, you'll still be able to play Bakerloo. Yeah. Everything that you had before will eventually come across into this. Yeah. Taki's standing by with his Oxenholme sign. You're cruel. Absolutely cruel. Have you had any announcements? Any TSIs yet? Any juicy gossip? Guess who it is? Oh, I know who it is. It's Harry. It's Harry. It's got to be Harry. Please confirm if it's Harry. There's David Drives. Good evening. Still at work. Just got out of a meeting. Heading home. Not even started your download yet. Oh, you're missing a treat. You'll be alright when you get back. That was the Grand Hotel, was it? Outside Torquay. The big white building. I'm spot on. I knew it was Harry. She's come in to listen to the accent. And she feels at home then. I should say at home. No, we've not had any announcements yet, but we will next, because we're going in the Voyager next. So that's nice. I just want to get down on that beach. So hands up, who's going to play the Western? If you own the Western and you've got access to it now, who's going to play it? I had a feeling I should run this first because everybody's been running the other stuff quite a bit. And you've got so much content you're going to be able to use on this route that it makes sense to show you a little bit of that. I was going to put the Scotsman on the list, but I think we'll do the Scotsman another night. Because I have had a bit of a blast on the Scotsman between Exeter and Plymouth, and that was good. That was a good run. If you like your steam trains, this is another good route for it as well. Right, less than a mile to Paignton. Holcombe Beach, nice. Hollycombe Beach. Yeah, the beach is gorgeous. Everyone say hello to Harry, by the way. Harry from DTG. And thanks for all them likes, by the way. That's awesome, that. Now, I think this red is for the crossing, isn't it? Is this an approach red? Will this change? Actually, the 802 is coming out. That sounds good, doesn't it, that? It's only to see me in my Speedos on the beach. No, I won't go that far. No, I definitely won't go that far. Right, we're going to have to wait for this red. Something ahead of us. It's like we're going to cross over, I guess, unless he moves. Or she, I might add. Yeah, I know you've got the Western, Nick. You bought the Western after I ran it on the Midland Main Line. I think it was the Midland Main Line. And you picked it up then, I think. That was one of the first ones you got, if I remember. Pete, you're plate right now, but the nurse has tied you down. Let him play with his Western. Don't tie him down. Yeah, thanks, Ratty. Yeah, we did some tutorials, yeah, over the weekend. That's the good thing about us getting early access. You know, some of us use it to do some stuff like that as well, so that when you guys get into the game, especially things like transferring your profile, because it's not obvious to everybody, especially if you're quite a newish player. You know, you've only maybe had TSW5 before this. You won't have transferred your profile before, so things like that are, you know, they're quite simple to make, but they're useful, and they're there in case you get stuck down the line. You've not driven a certain train for a while. So, do I need to get nearer? Do I need to call the signal box? I'll have a look on the map in a minute and just see what time that one's due out. Although it might switch us to the other platform. Not sure. We are a bit late. That doesn't help. Because I think if you are late now, you've got to fit in wherever you can. So we have a look at this one in front of us. Paignton Reversal Part 1, that is, in front of us. Are we due in at Platform 2? No, we're due in at Platform 1, so we're getting blocked by this chap. But we can't tell what time he's due out, I don't think. So, you know what we'll do? I'm going to remove him because it's my fault because I was late. Now, hopefully, we'll get the signal. Maybe the gates are going down. There we go. There we go. Alright, so I cheated a little bit, but that's because I was late. So the key thing is try and stay on time, I think. It would have cleared eventually, but I don't know when. Yeah, signal deadlock, as Ratty says, yeah. What layers do you need for the Riviera Line? Once I come out of this, I'll just show you all the layers again. We did have a look at the beginning, but I'll show you again. I think I've got all of them now installed. So I'll show you. A bit late, Howard usual. The cheek of it. Evening, Paul. How you doing? Here's Paignton. Who cares about the timers? If you were sat on this 52, you wouldn't care if you got an extra 10 minutes, would you? David, thank you very much, legend. Seems like a good stream to renew your membership. Absolutely. Absolutely. Your old home route as well. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. 10 months, member plus. On the left at the crossing is one of the oldest cinemas in the country. It's just been restored. That's nice. There's the Gronk, everybody. The Old Faithful. Shall we let everybody off? Why not? Have I fired a cannon yet? I have actually, yeah. Not as many as Matt was doing last night. He was enjoying himself with that a little bit, I think. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Western. So that wasn't bad, that. I enjoyed that. Let me show you the layers before we continue. So again, if you're on Steam, you'll have all the layers eventually when you download them from today. If you're on console, you'll get all your previous stuff on the full release day on the 30th. So I'll just show you though. Here's a quick list of everything. That's from the Diesel Legends, the Blue 52. Then you got the 150 from here. MML for the 158. 802 is on here. The Scotsman, of course. The Jubilees from Peak Forest. Great Western Express. Peak Forest. Then there's the Voyager. West Coast Mainline Preston Carlisle is the Gronk. Then you've got the Brunel 47, which was a separate DLC. Heavy Freight Pack for the 40. West Cornwall for the 37. Then you've got the 47. I don't know which 47 that is. /4 is that? That's Preston Carlisle, I think, is it? And then we got the everyone's favourite, the 66. So, yeah, there we go. Right, Voyager time. Everyone wants the Voyager for some reason. And we're going to do the 1225. Which is this one. Plymouth to Exeter. And once again, I'm going to go for the custom weather. Because why not? We want to see the Riviera in its glory. We'll see how we get on. So, Gronk, you thought it was your ex-missus? Oh my god. I hope she's not watching. If you are, Mrs. Gronk, it's not my fault. Oh god, you guys will kill me. Right, unlock the doors. Master key. And let's go to neutral to start with. It's a lovely day for the daylights, of course, so we'll get those on. Then we need safety system. Actually, does that come on? Yeah, that's coming on its own. Okay, safety systems. Let's get out the seat and do this, shall we? So we've got vigilance. I've got a tutorial for this, by the way. This is one of the ones I've got a tutorial for. You may have seen it earlier on. I released it at 4 o'clock. So if you want to know how to set up the Voyager and get it moving, it's all in that tutorial. TP, WS, AWS, and that's your lot. That's all you need to do. The doors are open. Next station, Topness. And yeah, we're all ready to go. Booking with gas. Glasgow Central. This one. That's a decent run, isn't it, that? Up to Glasgow. Uh, 12:27 is when we're due out. So that's all good. Dartmouth steam train. You've been to the Dartmouth steam train a couple of times during the summer. It sets fire to the sidings. Oh, wow. Animal, you're not bothered about the Voyager. Oh, the guide panel. Yeah, where's the guide panel? I don't actually know where it is. If anybody does know, shout out. Let's just have a... I don't want to get too late, but we'll just have a quick look down here. Yeah, I don't see it. Yeah, if anybody knows, shout out. Probably shut that. And we should shut that. And we should lock the doors. And then we should be off. Yeah, okay. Put it in forwards. Always forget that when I leave it in neutral.
The next station is Topness. This is a cross-country service to Glasgow Central.
I like the announcements. I told you it was my favourite feature. I don't know what you all think of it now you've been listening to them. I think it's great, that. Guard panels by the doors. I just couldn't see it. Yeah, I just couldn't see it. Thunderer, good evening. No class 50s. No, not yet. Not yet. Wonder if we'll get a class 50 DLC. Keep putting your suggestions in. The start of that one sounds like Agadoo. Black lace, a black lace train. Let's have a listen. Good. Do. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. It makes sense. That'll stick in my head now. Thanks for that. Right, let's give it the beans, shall we? We'll check the schedule, by the way. Totnes, Newton Abbot, Exeter, Craig Davids. So, not many stops. Pete, can't wait to get this. You're chomping at the bit. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? We're already speeding. James talks Man City. Love the announcements. They're great, aren't they? They are great. And I know there's the option to turn the ones off that you can hear in the cab, but do you know what? I honestly don't mind that. You're probably not meant to hear them in the cab, but if you go on the platforms, actually, when you've got your fill of driving all this stuff, you go on the platforms and just stand there for a while, like Newton Abbot or something like that. Just hang on for a while. Just listen to the announcements of the trains coming in. Hear the announcement, then see the train coming in. It's brilliant from an immersion perspective. You know, it's just like being there. It's great, really. The vomit comet. Oh god. There's a 66. Everybody. 66 action. There we go. That's because it knows Harry is in the chat. And Stace. It's Stace's favourite as well. So don't worry, the 66 is represented in this route. Oh, you're not Harry. Have you switched? You've switched. No more 66s, please. Where's Pete? Oh, it's Jamie now. We had Harry before. Good evening, Jamie. You all need different IDs, then I can tell who you are. I must have missed you coming in, Jamie. Right, we can get up to 80 on this stretch, so let's go for it. Tavistock Junction Yard. It's still Harry. I'm getting confused now. If there was a steam train, Jamie would definitely be around. He'd know I was doing it. If I'd have run the Scotsman, he'd have been in here like a flash. See, that's you, Animal. Look, I'm trusting you. You're saying it's Jamie, and it's not Jamie. It's definitely still Harry, so there you go. He's trying to make me spad, is what he's doing. Right. So after this, we're going into the 802. So if you've come here to see the 802, that's what we're doing after this one. So stick around for that one. Still got 16 miles to Totnes. It is confusing. I mean, Andrew doesn't know. Look at Andrew there. It's Harry. It's definitely Harry. I told you that the name at the bottom is to remind you lot, in case you're watching that guy British Ace instead. I'm looking at you, animal. Down for a 60. I forgot the hill start was on the left of the controller. Oh wow, sorry to hear that, Dave. Totnes is a strange place. They weave yogurts and play flutes. I have not. Now I am confused. Oh yeah, look at Streamlabs. Check out the Train Sim World 6 playlist for tutorials. There you go. There's a link to the playlist. I think I've got 4 tutorials in there. One is general, 3 are Riviera Line. So I've got to do some others. I've got some others in the works for the other routes as well. So I'll add them to the list once I've done them. What's everybody thinking so far then? Father Jack has just subscribed. Welcome, Father Jack. Now I've got Father Ted in my head. That'll be in my head all night as well now. How did that Egypt get on my telly? Welcome, Father Jack. Oh, Jamie's in now. Good evening, Jamie. Almost at 25k. Yes, I am nearly at 25k. Definitely. Yep. If you know anyone, get them to click the button. New York, Texas, you had the pleasure to work with DTG Alex on a DLC program. What a wonderful person. That's interesting. What DLC was that? Are you allowed to say? Oh, go on, go on, go on. The guide panel is the key below the green buzzer button. Right, we'll have a look at that when we get to Totnes. You like what you've seen so far, Andy lad? You hope the bugs get squished quickly, unlike the last release where some lasted for a good couple of months before being fixed. I think they'll be well into it. Ah, a problem. Ah, you see. Isn't it funny how one word can change a thing? The meaning of something. But yes, he's a very nice person. Yeah. Gonna confuse me. No, it's fine. It's fine. Thanks for coming in, though. Yeah, Wesley, the 150 is a lot different in this, yeah. Oh, this is better than Preston Carlisle, says Peter. Wow, that's some recommendation right there, some statement. A sacrilegious animal. Right, we've still got 9.7 to go to Totnes. You only said possibly. Ah, there's a caveat for you. You've not quite made your mind up yet. It's going to be difficult for me to for anything to get past Preston Carlisle, I must admit. We will have Birmingham to Crewe is going to be coming up quite soon, isn't it? Followed by Preston to Crewe. They're going to be good routes. There's going to be some good contenders by the end of this year. There's going to be some good contenders to go against Preston Carlisle, I must admit. This is definitely up there. Wesley, loved the Class 220. Excellent. Thunderer says it looks good. A few things you're not really happy with, but then you haven't been this way in a while, so maybe things have changed. Sure, the line speed is lower than it was back then. Alan, good evening. How you doing? I don't understand why they didn't include the Exmouth branch line, especially with the steep incline to Exeter Central. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure. It's because I'm biased. That's true. That's true. Caveat, isn't that fish eggs? Oh, God. He's off again. Is that Matt's wife doing the American training models? I think it's AI this time. I actually met Matt's wife at Dovetail when I went to Dovetail a few weeks ago. That was strange because I remember a voice from the tutorials, like you said. Preston Carlisle Blackburn branches are fantastic to us. We're from the area. I wonder if I would look at them any different though if I wasn't. I still think they're very, very good routes. Yeah, we are biased. We're definitely biased, but I don't know. It's hard to see them. It's hard to look at them without that attachment, definitely. But I still think, in any case, they're very, very good. Very, very good routes. I really enjoy this route. I think this is really good as a launch route for a new TSW, definitely. I think it's a good choice. Lots of you have said, you know, over the years in previous streams, I wish we had the Riviera Line. in TSW. That'd look really good. You were right. You're exactly right. This is the result. Surprised we still haven't had a Liverpool line. Yeah, well, we've had Spirit of Steam, but that's Lime Street, isn't it? But I know what you mean. More modern era, you mean. Harry11, thank you for the sub. Yeah, you would have preferred it in the 70s or 80s for more trains. Pity the launch got stuff. Yeah, that is a shame for some of you. Yeah, definitely. It is. It is. Thank you everybody for coming in though. Appreciate it. As always. How many of you were on the channel last year when we went early access with TSW5? Quite a few of you, I think. And TSW4 for that matter. I think we've played both of those live on release day. We may have even done TSW3, I can't remember, I'd have to look back. Getting to be a regular thing, this. Lime Street to Oxford Road will be a good line. Would be, that'd be a nice run, yeah, would. Again, that's another one I quite enjoy in DS Classic. James talks. You hope you get Piccadilly to Lime Street. Yeah, again there, yeah. Good evening, Ben. Too much choice. Yeah, me, Richie Rail, everybody else all streaming it. Yeah, everyone's doing it. Everyone's doing it. The good thing is though, if there's others that you do watch, you know, we'll all have them on demand as well afterwards, so you can always catch up, watch a bit of everybody. Richie Rail was asking me before, by the way, if you do watch Richie Rail, he was asking me before, where did I get my webcam from? How much was it? Send me the link. So if you do watch Richie Rail, be prepared. I think he's planning his webcam. Don't say I didn't warn you. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, you were there for that stage, yeah. You were there for TSW5, Dave, yeah. Doesn't seem that long ago, does it? Oh, 50. David drives 50 minutes for 320 gig. Mine's like 50 hours still. I haven't quite got my connection sorted out yet. The only foreign route you play regularly is the Bernina. Like, yeah, you mentioned you've been there, yeah. Did you say you went in a Fiat? Or am I making it up? I could have sworn you said you drove it in a Fiat. Or something like that. Morley Tunnels, says Thunderer, yeah. I've got 4 miles and 4 minutes. Sorry, someone mentioned a 50. No, we didn't. We didn't. We definitely didn't. You can go back to sleep now, animal. You think you were there for TSW? You might have been. I think you might have been, yeah. Yeah, Dave wants a 55. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. 10 gigabit fibre connection. Oh my god. Alfa Romeo. There you go. And a Fiat. I knew there was some connection to a Fiat. I just remembered it. New York, Texas, you couldn't wait for the complete download, so you just downloaded the NJT stuff. How are you finding it, by the way? I think I've done a couple of runs on it. As I was just saying earlier, I really enjoy it. I think it's great. Sometimes to me the US routes seem, I've got to be honest with you, they feel a little bit samey. This one's got something about it. I think once again this is another a good launch route for a new TSW. So if you have got access to the Morristown line, definitely go and spend the night on that. You'll quite enjoy it. Right, we're getting closer. 2.3. You can't have fibre, Dave. You live on the 4th floor. So you get what you're given, basically. You watched an old video on YouTube about Preston docks. Very informative. Yeah, there's some good videos about the docks. Yeah. Completely different, obviously, to what they look like these days. I'm still getting good views, by the way, on the Preston Docks video that I did in TS Classic. Going from the docks up to Preston Station and beyond. That was, I quite enjoyed making that video, actually. Very nostalgic. The single box at Totnes looks too low. The motor rail platforms at Newton Abbot went in... Oh, was it 1987? We were talking about that before. And now there's a car park there, isn't there? You looked at the US route earlier, only had the old train. Is that before you did the re-download? The first mods are out for PC already? Wow. Hello Harry, how you doing? Let's get down for this 25 as we come into Totnes. Terry, good evening. How you doing? You're just waiting for your deluxe TSW6 to download. Excellent. What platform, Terry?
We are now approaching Totnes.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
Please mind the gap. There's something that really annoys me about the Morristown, and it might just be how it is. It says, please watch the gap. Not mind the gap, please watch the gap. I don't know what it is, but it winds me up. I imagine everyone watching it. Like, UK people mind the gap, but in America they watch the gap. And now I've said that, you'll hear it every time you go on there. Yes, this is Totnes, and we're not too late. Get the doors open.
This is Totnes. This is a cross-country service to Glasgow.
Please watch the gap.
The next station is Newton Abbot.
What's it going to do? That's what I mean. It sounds like it's going to do something. And it's a simple thing, but I don't know. Right, that's the doors locked. And let's get going to Newton Abbot. I don't see any smoke coming out the top, do you? How much smoke should come out of a Voyager? We Americans like watching things. I don't know why it bugs me, it just bugs me. I don't know. There's worse things in life than having to watch the gap, don't get me wrong. At Royston Station, down platform, we had Gap the Mind. That's true, Space Monkey, yes. The underground gaps are quite big in places, yeah. Smoke, fumes, exhaust fumes. Yeah, Euro 6 engine with AdBlue. I have to put AdBlue in my car as well. It's the first time I've had a car that has got AdBlue added to it. I wasn't familiar with it before then. I had to go down to Halfords and get a big, massive, like 10 litres of it. Telling me want seagulls around Dawlish. There is some seagulls. I think there is seagulls at Dawlish, you know. I've seen them. I've definitely seen them. Newtonley Willows. Who's at Newtonley Willows, Wesley? If you think the cross-country mind the gap sounds bad, you should hear the ScotRail 156 sounds like an emergency. It tries to please mind the gap. It's bad. The Scottish announcements in TSW always make me laugh because it always says, please make sure you take a bottle of water with you everywhere you go. Dawlish is famous for black swans, is it? Right, we've got Newton Abbot in 5.3, followed by Exeter Craig Davids at 13.25. They run fairly clean when running warm. Might be a bit smoky on cold starts. Right, I just expected a lot of exhaust fumes out the top. Thank you for subscribing. A DGMN. Thank you for that. The mind the gap was also spoken with. It would go, mind the gap. Yeah. You get the bottle of water announcement on Greater Anglia. Oh, it must be a thing. It must. I thought it was like a ScotRail type thing. Only from what I've heard in TSW. That's interesting. They're looking after your personal well-being at least. Iron Brew, yeah. Please take a can of Iron Brew wherever you go. Good evening, Steve. How are you? You're loving the Riviera route early access. I wondered where you'd been. You've been playing it. There aren't any Voyager Clag videos on YouTube. Maybe it's just not a thing then. honestly can't remember whether it's got any fumes coming out the top. I mean, it's a diesel, but as you say, if it's full of AdBlue, then it'll be a bit cleaner, won't it? Right. Let's speed up a little bit. We can do 55 in this spot. You're glad we haven't got the see it sorted announcements. That's probably the only reason is maybe that phrase is copyright. Maybe. Don't forget, please report it to staff if you do see something. This will be a nice route for a tilting train. Oh, the exhausts are underneath. That's why I can't see it out the top. I think one of the last times I went on a Voyager, it was a Voyager all the way down from Preston to Euston, actually, an Avanti one. I was on my way to Dovetail, actually. Second time I went. Normally when I go down to London, the service originates in Glasgow, I think. But this particular one originated in Blackpool, I think. So it was it was a Voyager. It was all right. Got side pipes. Super Voyager, is that what it was? Super Voyagers aren't with Avanti anymore. Yeah, it was a couple of years back. I'd say it's at least 2 years back. See it, sod it, ignore it. But yeah, I did think about your well-being. It offered the journey fillers with the sandwich. Oh. I'm looking now, see if I can see. That's probably where the AdBlue goes in. No sign of the old box at Stoneycombe. Did you say this is your local route, Thunderer? It sounds like you know it quite well. Last ever Voyager service was 14th of December 2024. Yeah, that'd be about right then, because it would have been August 2024. Peter laughing at Peter's comment now. Steve, you're a bit baffled why you save progress and go back to the game. The train decelerates to a stop in the Voyager. When you mean when you save and then resume from a save? If that's the case, I've not tried saving one yet and restarting. So I'm not sure the answer to that one. Why are the wheels so small? Yeah, I'm not sure.
We are now approaching Newton Abbot.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
There's plenty of clag out of that 150, look, on the right hand side. There's no mistaking that's a diesel.
This is Newton Abbot. This is a cross-country service to Glasgow Central. The next
Yep, thanks
station,
Wesley. See you next
Exeter
time.
St. David's.
Oh, the wheels cold. They're rather small. Never really noticed. They are quite small, aren't they? Let's give it the beans up to Exeter, shall we? Yeah, went up there with the motor rail, didn't we, in Tier C? Then we backed up back into the platform. This is Dave Melody. I think you're asking about the race course, weren't you? The race course is over here normally, is it? Is that where it is? It's not there. Mikey, you've just done a full run with the 220. Amazing with the Xbox fix. I'm glad that Xbox thing's fixed, honestly. Because I just, you know, when you're all reporting in earlier that it was wasn't going very well, I was like, I went to actually report it in the Ambassador's Discord, but I could see everybody was already on it, so I had a feeling they'd fix it quite quick. But yeah, I imagine it was disappointing when you first fired it up. Not ideal. Space Monkey, you just checked out the PC specs on Steam. You should be able to run this. You're very tempted. Have you haven't got it, Space Monkey? Have you not? You don't own TSW? Very tempted. Go for it. If you've not got TSW and you haven't played train sims before, you might get hooked. God, I can't even speak now. You might get hooked, I'll just warn you. It'll end up costing you a few quid in the end. Stace, you glad the Xbox thing is fixed too because it was put. Are you getting on the Xbox? I thought you had it on the PC. Steve, it decelerates then picks up again with no delay. Yes, must be something weird with the save function. You played a train sim many years ago, really liked it, Space Monkey, yeah. Well, new release, good time to get back into it, yeah, definitely. Game Pass. For some reason I thought you were like I don't know what you were playing it on, because you've also got a PlayStation, haven't you, as well, I think. You used to have a PlayStation. I think you had a PS4, didn't you? Back in the day. This bit gets me every time. The speed dropping on this bit, even in TS Classic, for some reason. I should know by now. It's just cost you another 50 odd quid. It's only been out a few. Is it? Yeah, it's not cheap, is it? Pete says TSW didn't really cross your mind until you got an Xbox for Flight Sim. Then you got TSW because BR Blue was available. It reignited your train geekiness. Yeah, it does that to you, doesn't it? I'm a little bit like that with TS Classic, because of all the stuff you can get on there from, you know, back when. There's obviously a lot more of it on TS Classic. Oh, you've got PS4, PS5, Switch, Steam, and Game Pass on PC. God almighty. Oh, you got it on PS5 as well. I do like playing it on my PS5. Honestly, I do. It used to... I'm trying to think. When I had the PS4... I think the last TSW I played on PS4 was probably TSW 3, and even then it was struggling a little bit. But I think if I was still on a PS4, I'd have gone to a PS5 anyway because of all the thing with the layers. I think that would just get on my nerves a bit. But yeah, I think it runs pretty well on PS5. You know, and in my case, I can compare it to the PC because we're on the PC now, but most of the time I'm on the PS5. So. You're a gamer girl at heart, definitely. You've got a Mega Drive. I used to have a Mega Drive. One of my favourite games on the Mega Drive was Altered Beast. Do you remember that? That's a long time ago. Andrew says, surprised PS4 and Xbox One have not been removed from the game. I think eventually they probably will, won't they? Like I said, if I was playing on PS4 now, I'd get incredibly frustrated with the lack of stuff you get compared to everybody else that's paid the same for the same thing, you know. Right, let's look for the seagulls for Dave here. Oh, there they are, look. There they are. I knew there were seagulls here. 166. As well. There's loads of seagulls here. Got my PS5 a couple of weeks before you did. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I did. I remember queuing up on it was just after COVID, maybe. Was it before? Can't remember. Anyway, they were in short supply. I went in a queue And I got it from, where'd I get it from? The BT shop, of all places. I've never bought anything from there since, but they had a stockpile of them in. So I went in a queue, managed to get one. Mikey, it's your last day off tomorrow. You're playing all day. I'd love to play it all day, because now is the time to, if you want to spend a day on it, as soon as it comes out, now's the time to play it, isn't it, while it's all new. Yeah, I could do that. Actually, I'd like to do that. Animals add Mega Drive, GameCube, PS1, couple of PS2s, original Xbox, 360s, Xbox One. Oh my! I've only ever had one Xbox. It was the very first one. I don't know if you remember. It was really heavy. It was like it was a massive thing, but when you picked it up, it was really, really heavy. I'd always been a PlayStation user. I went to get an Xbox, and I wasn't really like, I don't know, I wasn't taken with it. James, you just had your first random event on TSW6. Excellent. I've got them switched off. I've got the faults switched off. You might have gathered because we haven't had any. Because I was playing with them on, and I'll be honest with you, they were getting on my nerves a little bit. That's a feature I'm going to have to warm to, I think, because I don't think there's enough variety of faults at the minute. Just being perfectly honest with you. The events are good, but the faults I'm not as keen on. So we've had the TSIs just before, but I'm fine with them. I'll have to play it a bit more and try and get used to them. I saw them as more of a hindrance. I don't know if you saw the, if you watched the Dovetail, I know I was seeing some of your names scrolling last night in the Dovetail stream, but Matt kept getting, his 150 engines kept blowing up. Like every 5 minutes it seemed, and it seemed a bit excessive. So yeah, it's probably one of those features that still needs a little bit of work, I would say. Yeah, I'm at work tomorrow, unfortunately. Only thought we've had is the driver. Cheeky. Oh, you got the Xbox Ring of Death, the last console you bought. That's not good. Spectrum was where it was at. Absolutely. The ZX Spectrum with the rubber keys, the small one. There's a remake of that come out, actually, isn't there? Quite expensive, though. Yeah, his engines went, was it 6 times? I know it was a lot. It was getting a bit over the top. Dave, you got your... Yeah, you did get it from CD Keys. I think I told you about that, didn't I? I think I gave you a tip-off and you got yourself in the queue, as I remember. And then as soon as they got them in, they contacted you because you were in the queue. I remember distinctly, yeah. I already had mine by that point. Another streamer had the faults turned off but kept getting them every stop. Yeah, it might just be bust. Animal's off till Monday. Well, as long as it's working now, Animal, you might get a bit of time in, it sounds like, on this. Thunder used to play and release day to collect the trophies. You got a couple on TSW2, #1 worldwide. Oh, right, top 6 in others. I was saying near the beginning, I don't know if you're here, but I know on PlayStation the trophies are the usual, pretty easy to get ones, you know, for the platinum, as they always are. I think it's the same set as last time, so it won't take you long to get those. I just read what Peter put there. Yeah, conductor mode actually should have random events like that, shouldn't it? Because you're going to get all types if you're a conductor. So maybe random events could be added to conductor mode as well. Steam seems to email you every day that a game on your wish list is on sale. That's true. That's true. It sucks you in like that, doesn't it? By the way, you might have noticed I haven't got the big light on tonight because I realised on the back of this monitor where you're looking at me from, I've got LED strips all around the back, and I can turn them white. So I've turned them white, and they're actually reflecting back at me. So it's providing a little bit of a little bit better light than the previous week. So that's better. And we got a TSR coming up again after we were talking about random events. Some of them years ago, like 1,000 miles. I always remember the first TSW. You had to complete every single service on the New York route. That was painful. Definitely painful. Back in 2018-19. There's usually a nut on each train, usually sitting right in the front. Oh, don't tell me that. By morning, your downloads might have finished. Yeah, it sounds like it. What it is for me as well. Like on the PlayStation, I'm going to have to leave it in rest mode once all the other content comes out. That's going to be another 300 and odd gig, nearly 400 gig maybe, because I've got everything on the PlayStation. So. Right, the 40's coming on. Is there not meant to be a board that says it's? Is that it? Is that the start and the stop? How come I can't see the 40 on that board? Is that wrong? You can only see coming the other way. Don't know. I'll have to look out for him on the Northern then. Mike says, what does everyone think of the Train Sim World 6 music? I think I prefer the Train Sim World 5 music for some reason. It's alright, but it's a bit... Like I was saying at the beginning when Dave was saying on PS5, he didn't think his music was working properly in the menus. It's very, very loud for a section, and then it's very low. And suddenly you think there's nothing there. On the video I did, the video that I did where I was explaining how to transfer your profile from one TSW to another, if you listen to the... I'm playing the background music in that video, and it's fine up to a point, and then the end of the video goes completely quiet, and it's only at the beginning of the song. It's really odd. Yeah, it does, Animal. The PlayStation definitely does. If you put it in rest mode, it'll do it. Yeah. You could just leave it when you go to bed, and hopefully it'll download everything. You turn the music off.
We are now approaching Exeter St. David's.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
I didn't think those boards were right, somehow. There's a bit of action here at St. David's, look. It's nice to see a route with some traffic on it though as well, isn't it? We wouldn't have got this a couple of years back. Makes a massive difference. Tell you what, it's a long old trek up to Glasgow, isn't it, on this? If you're going all the way up there.
This is Exeter St. David's. This is a cross-country service to Glasgow Central. The next station is Tiverton Parkway.
Tiverton, Dave, there you go. You where your lady friend is from. Still jumping out the seat at the end of the service, I see. That's the other thing. Right, we're going to go in the 8:02. What time are we on? 8:30. We're still good. Let's go to the main menu. We'll go back the other way in the 8:02 down to Plymouth, I think. Do that. Do that. 8:02/1. We want the 12:05. Is that one? I've not tried conductor mode yet in TSW6, so I don't know if any of you have tried it. If you want traffic, try Brighton Main Line. Do you know, I've not been on Brighton Main Line for a while. One of my favourites as well. There's a tutorial for this as well, if anybody needs it, on the feed for the 8:02. We'll just stick everything on here, I think.
TPWS and AWS operational.
Right, we've got about a minute before we need to depart. Make sure you run a couple of 37 services as well if you've got the West Cornwall 37, once you get that. They're good services. Have they done the crossing keeper on Red Cow Lane crossing? No idea, Dave. No idea. What time can you download other routes and add-ons from previous games on Tuesday? That's a good question. It's probably from the release time for anyone who's not got early access. So I think I need to check the FAQs, but I think it's same as it was today. 4 o'clock for consoles, 6 for Steam. So I'm going to assume that all the routes will be available from those times, depending what you're playing on. You saw us for a week, we just hope for the best. Yeah, thanks for coming in, Mikey. Yeah, enjoy playing it tomorrow. Playing it all day.
Welcome aboard.
That's lucky.
Great Western Railway service to Penzance. We'll be calling at Newton Abbot, Totnes, Plymouth, Liscard, Bodmin Parkway, Parr, St Austell, Truro, Redruth, and Penzance.
Bodmin Parkway. Is that the Beast of Bodmin? I remember that.
The next station
Big Black
is
Panther or
Newton
something.
Abbot.
Remember it being on the front of the Daily Mirror when I was younger. The Beast of Bodmin caught on camera. I think someone had let some like wild animal out or something. Don't know whether they caught it. Look that up if you're not familiar. The Beast of Bodmin. Space Monkey fell asleep once on a train and woke up. All the lights were off. And you had to bang on the window to get out. That's a classic, that. Wonder why the glass always looks like it's got frost on it. See that? Yeah, keep the kids off the internet. Welcome to the bloody club. That's a familiar story, that. There is no Beast of Bodmin, never was. It wasn't you, Animal, was it? In like a cat suit. It sounds good at speed, this, in the cab. Newton Abbot, Totnes, Plymouth, so same stops as we came the other way. Up to 100. It's dark and scary. I've never been down there. I've said that before. I've never been down this neck of the woods. I need to go and visit, just for this route, I think, if nothing else. And those beaches look great. If the beaches are as good as they look in this, then it's definitely worth going down. My luck, that I'd go down there, it'd be thunderstorms or something all the time that I was there. All 5 minutes left to download. Wow. Yeah, the HST is good. The HST is good on this. You can give it a fair old thrash. Government-led investigation. 95 failed to find any evidence of his existence. They've been eating with Freddie Starr along with Amster. That's true. I probably, if I Google it, I'd see it. I just remember the front of the Daily Mirror, and someone had a grainy photograph. Someone had caught it with like a zoom lens, like prowling around in the woods in Bodmin. It maybe was just another tourist thing, but you drove across Dartmoor in the dark, heavy rain. Wow, but that was a bit scary. Yeah, I think, yeah, the story was at the time, you're right, Thunder, yeah, it's like a black cat, one of these exotic pets. that people have, and they can't look after it, so they just let it go. Yeah. That's Red Peter's comment. You're not very lucky, Peter. I hope you're more lucky these days. You've had the Gronk and the Beast of Bodmin so far. That's not a good track record. Oh, the fake photo of Nessie, yeah, absolutely. The surgeon's photograph. Right, coming down to 75. Does sound good, that, doesn't it? Steve, you live in Devon, do a lot of work in Exeter. St David's is a nice station, must visit all the moors. Yeah, I definitely would do that. I'm going to have to look into it, I think. In all seriousness, if we do that, if any of you are still living around this area, we have to do a small meet-up. Very little about news, but very big on fiction. It's a good story, though, isn't it? Good story. Yeah, the fake Nessie picture that you were saying, that was the Daily Mirror, wasn't it, as well? Nice, Peter. Yeah, nice. Very nice. As long as you don't drink all your wine. I don't think you've mentioned your wine tonight, actually. I'm going to assume you're having a bottle. Do the walk from Dawlish Warren to Dawlish in summer. Might get some nude sunbathers too. Do the motors really whine that loudly on the Hitachis? That seems loud. Yeah, I don't know. Everybody in chat might be able to answer. I've not actually travelled on one. Got to be honest. Yeah, see you, Dave. Thanks for coming in. Spent 6 years living in Plymouth and the surrounding area. You spent many nights on Dartmoor. You had to do a 30-mile romp across it in torrential rain. Wow. Yeah, it's a good story, Nick. Yeah, good story. The mad thing about Dartmoor is you go around the corner and there's a horse sitting in the road. There you go, there's the 150 in the platform, so you can play those services. You might have seen it last night on the official stream. When you get to... Is it Dawlish Warren, this station? When you get to that station, you do have a few minutes wait for this faster service to come back. Come past, I should say. Need to watch the brakes again on this bend. Oh, it's a myth that you drink a lot. You're on 0% Peroni now. Right, got you. You did your Royal Navy training in Plymouth, HMS Raleigh. I've been to the other. I've not been to Plymouth. I've been to the other P, Portsmouth. But I've not been to Plymouth. I will get used to these speed changes eventually, especially when I'm not looking at the chart. Taki, there's so many places you want to see. It's going to take you weeks. Yeah, there's for a small place, there's a lot to see. You're right. Down to the Baskervilles, the original one. I think the Jeremy Brett one was actually filmed on Dartmoor, wasn't it? The Basil Rathbone one was in America, of course, and it was all a set to studio, but the Jeremy Brett one definitely is Dartmoor. Used to jump on the slow train to Newton from Torquay, then jump on the fast train to Exeter. You would overtake the train you jumped off at Dawlish. Leo, the transport lover, how you doing? Have I used the 150 yet? I haven't used it in this stream, but I have driven it on here. Yeah, it's good. It's the best 150 yet. Wait a minute, is the cab light on? What's the cab light doing on? By default. That's a bit naughty. I thought it was a bit bright. We don't want the cab light on. One of your daughters lives in Portsmouth. Ah, okay. Yeah, where is the cruise control? I know how to do it in TS Classic. You can't do it on here, can you? Or can you? Oh, we'll whack the brightness up. Is it one of these? Oh, that's the shut button. He hasn't got a speed set, has it? I don't think it has. Tell me if it has. Yeah, under Baskervilles is a very... The Basil Rathbone under the Baskervilles is very good. If I could turn the camera around and show you the wall, I've got the movie poster of it right up there on the wall. The original movie poster. I'll send you a picture of it, Animal, on the Discord if I remember, straight after this. I'll ping it to you. Matt said there wasn't one last night. I didn't think there was. You can definitely do it on the 800s in TS Classic. It's on this screen where you can do it if you've got the Armstrong Powerhouse versions. Do I like the Riviera Line so far? Yeah, it's excellent. Yeah, really enjoying it. Jeremy Brett was the best Sherlock. Do you know, I've got the complete set on DVD, and I haven't watched it for ages. Although I did actually, about a month ago, I watched the Under the Baskervilles one, because that's more like a feature length one. I think it's on like 2 hours. So I need to get the box set out and start it again from the beginning. Do you know what I mean about this water? That boat there looks like it's beached. Looks like the water's out there. But then when you get around this corner, it looks like the tide's in. That's what confused me before. I think it was the boat sitting on top. Music turned off, random faults off, layers on, let's go. All the new features off. Yeah. Definitely look at getting this on Tuesday. Honestly, if you've got the money to get it, if you're going to get all, are you going to get all 3 routes? Are you going to get the whole thing, the deluxe? Or are you just going to get the Riviera and the Voyager? Because if you're interested in the US and German routes, obviously the deluxe is it's still a bit of an outlay, but it's cheaper than if you were buying 3 routes separately over 3 months or whatever. The other 2 are good. As I said, we'll try and do the American one tomorrow night. Have a good look at that. But I imagine there's a lot of people who'll pick up the starter pack, and maybe we'll just pick up this route and the Voyager. Right, down to the 60 as we come into Newton Abbot. The other thing, of course, about this route and the other 2 new routes as well, they've got journey mode. If you can't quite make your mind up what services to run or what weather to set it to, because there's a temptation. I think I've run everything in clear weather at the moment, but you can obviously pick something out of journey mode. It'll pick the weather for you. Work through the chapters on journey mode. It's always a good way to do it. It's a good way to get your money's worth out of the DLC. The only thing you won't get in the journey mode though is things like your other DLCs that are layering in. You'll just have to run the actual services direct for some of those. You just get this in the Voyager. Yeah, it's still a good choice, that. Yeah. Pete, you're going for the deluxe. Excellent.
We are now approaching Newton Abbot.
Leo, when will the next video be? Well, we're going to try and do another live tomorrow night on the Morristown route. We'll have a look, like we've done with this one. We'll have a look through it. If Texas Railroad is in tomorrow, you can tell us all about it. Nick, you're getting starter pack, this route and the Voyager. A lot of people will do that. Yeah. And like I said, you know, you've already got the maroon 52, so you got the rail tours straight off to add to it. So if you've already got a lot of the UK stuff, and you've got MML, so you'll get the 158 and.
This is Newton Abbot.
Yeah.
This is a Great Western Railway service to Penzance.
It's always raining in journey mode, is it? You're a seeker. Animal was in the ATC. I was in the ATC. Right, off back down to Totnes.
to Penzance will be calling at Totnes, Plymouth, Liscard, Bodmin Parkway, Parr, St Austell, Truro, Redruth and Penzance.
Si, is there an issue with announcements or just yours being silly? I think they're working all right. What is it about them that's not working that you've noticed? It's good fun, this route. It's good fun. Like I was telling you before, before it's come out, I was telling you when I went down to Dovetail and I played this route for, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours one day, and then the following day just a couple of hours. But I mainly was playing this, and I gave everything a good thrash whilst I was there. So I knew you'd enjoy this one. That's the line off down there, of course, to the left, down to Paignton. So if we have a look at the map, there you go. Go down to Paignton there. We're off to Plymouth. Drinking a jack. Yeah, it's only coffee though. Wish it was something else, yeah. It's only coffee. And it's cold. I've had that since we started. Did they really say this is a Great Western service every time? I would imagine so, yeah. I don't know. It's the Voyager seems to work when it wants. We ran the Voyager just then. It seemed to be working all right. Leo, yeah, be the Morristown route. The next video, be the Morristown route. Streamlabs has gone #1 again. I've noticed. Put some power in. I forget about this hill. Quite a steep hill. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that, Di. No idea. Seems to be working alright. For me, anyway. I haven't tried it on the PS5 yet, but PC seems to be working. Good evening, Neo Reps. How you doing? Oh, from Cyprus. Excellent. Nice to see you. Yeah, Dave, thanks for coming in. No, you didn't miss anything, Bournes, I don't think. So much green. You like green, don't you? Animal says way too much green. Lots of trees, Stace. Ah, thanks, Neo. Thank you for that. Thanks for the support. Heard your first station announcement at Hoboken. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Apart from the Watch the Gap. You missed the green, it's all brown over there, is it? Dear. You're on PS5 side, yeah. I'm going to play a little bit of PS5 later on, I think. Go up north, it's always grey. It's actually been alright today. Depends how far north you're talking about, but it's alright up here today. Wasn't bad. Bit fresh in the morning, but it's that time of year, isn't it? Won't like the Japanese route. The trees aren't great. Oh, the Japanese route. Yeah, Tadami Line's coming soon-ish. We hope. Lots of people are going to get the Tadami Line. I can just feel it. It's going to be that much different to everything else that we've had, isn't it? It's going to be good. It's quite a relaxing route, this. Quite a relaxing drive as well. Especially in this 802. .8 to go to Totnes. It was cracking the flags in Warrington, was it? Yeah, it's been a nice couple of days actually, yeah. So Neo, I'm not sure you've been in before. Do you play TSW? What platform do you play on? Don't overshoot in Japan, it's not tea and biscuits there, you get given the sword. Yeah, he's probably right. Yeah, Tadami was meant to be TS5. I just hope, you know, that the extra time on it is one of those situations where when it does come out, it's more polished, you know. It's had a lot more attention. We're really looking forward to that, though. I've been playing it off stream a lot. I know we covered it once in TS Classic on the channel. Just last couple of months, I think it was, a couple of months ago. But since then I've been playing it quite a bit off stream. And you're getting right into it. Obviously it's going to look way better than the TSC version when it comes out. $80 miles in the 802. There's out of a steam railway up there. Should probably brake. I want to stop. Wow, this, look at this tree overhanging the track. Just about clears it. They'd cut that in real life, wouldn't they? They wouldn't leave that tree hanging over the track like that, surely.
This is Totnes.
They are. Just for you, animal. I hope you enjoyed that. Maybe TSW7 will actually come out. No, I'll be before that. Neo reps you PC and Special Edition, playing for about 8 weeks. Your favourite is night runs with rain. Wow. Because you've not heard rain for 7 months, yeah. Try doing Animal's favourite, West Coast Main Line, Preston to Carlisle at night in the pitch black. And looking for neutral sections as well. That's Animal's favourite. Close the doors a few seconds early, then we're ready. Steve, it appears to be an issue with the save just for the Voyager. Right, okay. I'll give it a test. I'll give it a test tomorrow and see what it's doing. I can always report it. I bet somebody else already has reported it.
This Great Western Railway service to Penzance will be calling at Plymouth, Liskeard, Bodmin Parkway, Parr, St Austell, Truro, Redruth, and Penzance.
Yep, thanks for coming in, Thunderer.
The next station is Plymouth.
Plymouth in 20 miles. Yeah, the cannons. I don't. What's the significance of the cannons? I don't know. Usually the collectibles have some kind of local significance. Is it to do with Plymouth? Is it something to do with the Navy? Don't know. You can't see the neutral sections in broad daylight. Never mind the dark. Yeah. Try a December night going between Preston and Carlisle. That's pretty dark. Yeah. Cannons are childish. Yeah. If you do collect them, that'll probably be it. You won't go back after that and do what I just did. This route has one major advantage, none of that awful electricity stuff. Yeah, no neutral sections to worry about on here. It's just pure diesel all the way. And actually a good mix of modern diesel and you know, classic diesel. Like, you got the 47s, you got the 37s, and the Westerns taking care of the classic end, and then you've got the Voyager, you've got this, the 802. The upgraded in TSW 150/2. There's you know, there's a good mix, whether you like your old or your new trains. Welsh Transport, are you doing the 150? Yeah, I'll do the 150 next. We'll go a couple of stations in the 150 because I have to finish soon. But yeah, we'll do a couple of stations in it. No, it could be a fault, Steve, with it. Could possibly be a fault. I would suggest it's more likely to be a fault with the save feature though, rather than the Voyager, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Animal's right though. If you can save it when you're stationary, then yeah. Yeah, go on, Ultimate Gaming. Oh, Sir Francis Drake. Yeah, could be. I bet in his day though they didn't have confetti coming out at the end. You pre-ordered the deluxe edition, and it's showing you the training centre. No add-ons or the route. You haven't got any of the new routes. You should have, with the deluxe, you should have the 3 new routes and the 3 loco add-ons as well. What platform is that, Ultimate Gaming? It's not Xbox, is it? Because Xbox had a problem earlier. There might be an update since if you're on Xbox. Can't remember what platform you're on. PlayStation 4. It should still be the same. You should get the routes. Have you checked the actual PlayStation Store to see if you have to download them separately for some reason? You know, on the PlayStation, on the main page, where it shows the store, where underneath where you've got Train Sim World 6, and it shows add-ons available to buy. Or the underneath there showing us like, you know, the price is 0. So basically you've got to click them within there. They should have downloaded them automatically. Pete, good evening, Pete Martin, how are you? Yeah, as Pete says, check the game updates. The add-ons will be installable. Yeah. They'll be there somewhere. The other thing to do is to hover over the TSW6 tile, press your options button on your controller, and I think it's manage game content or something like that. I think is the one to look for. Click on that, and for each line of DLC, there's a little checkbox. You might be able to. They might be in there, and you might be able to click each one, and it'll download them. Try that on PlayStation. If you haven't got any of that, you'll have to. Are you on the official Discord? Report it on DTG's Discord. Doesn't sound right though. Hey, it's your favourite route, Pete. Nice. Are you a local as well? A lot of people are local to it, which is quite nice to see. $15 to go to Plymouth. I won't be able to see. I won't be able to see what it is you're doing, Ultimate Gaming. So, apart from following that advice I just gave you, I'm not sure what to say really. It should just auto download. You visit South Devon every August, usually train spot along Timber, Seawall, Dawlish, Warren with the Great Western Fleet as well as relatives. Nice, yeah. Nice. Nice that people get the local routes. Some get more than one. Are you having a dig at me there by any chance, Animal? Honestly, didn't ask for it. It's nice though. I'm gonna have 3 routes with Preston in, which is great. Great for me. I think some of these trees are a little bit close to the track, depending what it is you're driving. There's a little bit of clipping going on in various places. Yeah, 802 is very smooth. Yeah, it is. Very nice to drive, yeah. Very shiny, isn't it? The trees are never too close. Biased. Route would look amazing in snow. Yeah, I haven't tried that yet. I've done it all. I've done it all like this, all sort of summer. Yeah. The fog would look good. Not the fog, the mist. You know, the light mist would look quite nice. Especially like an early morning service, perhaps. I don't know if you can get a P Super coming in off the water there. That'd be quite good. Yeah, the bias one, yeah. Not where trees are involved. You're the tree person. The line down to Gunnish Lake if you want wild and overgrown. Is that not often used, that one? Appreciate everybody coming in though. There's a lot of us streaming it tonight, so thanks for coming into mine. Much appreciated. We've got 13 minutes to do 12 miles, so in a good position. "18 trains a day." That's a few, yeah. There's a little bit of flickering of the trees, isn't there? We always get that, though. Again, I don't know if running the route a few times and building up the shaders, as we're always told, will make a difference to that. I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember how many times I've probably run up and down here since I last switched branches in Steam. Because obviously when I switch from one build to another, it'll reset everything graphically. What do I prefer, the 802 or the 150? Ooh. I do like the 150, I must admit. They're both kind of different experiences. So that's a difficult one to answer. I like this 150 that's in the Riviera, the torted up version. It's way better than the West Cornwall one. Gotta say that. Yeah, if there was an LOD setting, it might help. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you'll enjoy it. If this is your local route as well, you'll enjoy it, because, you know, obviously I know what that's like. Driving my local route for the first time in TSW was pretty good. So, you know, any of you really either live around here or are really familiar with it will enjoy it once you get your hands on it. Definitely. Nine miles. Then we'll pop in the 150 just for a couple of stations, and then we'll pack it in, I think, and that'll be coming up on 3 hours stream, 2 hours 50 at the minute. Someone on the TV doing this route in real life. Probably driving it better than me as well. That's 7,000 local routes. I don't live everywhere. Honest. That doesn't surprise me, Ratty. It doesn't surprise me. I won't comment publicly what I think, but you can have a guess. All I'll say is, nicest pie last night. Yes, Matt. No, Matt. 3 bags full, Matt. This looks great, Matt. I'm afraid controversy creates views. If you're a YouTuber, depends whether you want to do it or not, or whether you want to be real. That's the difference. HST action. I'd like to do a stream where I play all these, including the HST, but unfortunately time's against us, so... It got bacon sarnies. What, the people driving the real train? Yeah, blocking it's the best thing, I think. I'm afraid it's one of those places where somebody says, I really don't like this and this is terrible, and everyone in the chat goes, well, I really agree with you, and it's absolutely shocking. It's one of those channels. There's a few of them. They're all well known. Shelled out 100 quid for Starfield. I don't think I've played that. We had 66 action earlier, Stace. Did you see that right at the beginning? We had some 66 action. .66 action on the right hand side, just for Stace. There you go. There it is. You may watch a few one channel. There's 66 action, green trees, you're down. That's exactly right. Yeah, that tree's a bit close there. Yeah, we've got 4 to go. And a 60 coming up. Yeah, there's the green train. You'd be thinking, what happens if you just floor it? Yeah, you could floor it. I don't know what the top speed of this is, actually. You're re-downloading it. Yeah, see what happens. Yeah. There might have been some updates. Oh, there's a 66 here on the left. There you go. There might have been some updates since you first downloaded it. It might have got yourself in a bit of a loop or something. Perhaps it'll work once you've re-downloaded it. Plenty in over there. The depot. A few HSTs. It's got an auto speed system, has it? Right, I didn't know that. £125 mph. I think I remember that from driving the Azuma in TS Classic when we did the full East Coast main line run that we did from Edinburgh. There's a speed set on the Azuma though in TS Classic that we can set, so it's pretty easy. If you've got Deluxe and you're on console, you will see just the new stuff until Tuesday. Then the rest of the stuff, your existing stuff that you had in TSW5, you'll be able to get after that. It's only on PC, you can already see the other stuff. Well, we've got 25 at this yellow light.
We are now approaching Plymouth.
Yeah, there is the 3 dots. They said something about that last night, didn't they? I didn't quite catch that bit. Came in sort of halfway through, they were talking about that. Welcome to Plymouth. Just want to go up there now.
This is Plymouth.
That's a good shot, isn't it? It's capable of 186 miles per hour, is it? But infrastructure is lacking. Wow. The cream goes on before the jam. Oh, don't start that again. Oh dear. Not the old scone discussion. Right, let's have a look. Last at the 150, and we'll get out of here for the night. So we'll just jump in. 150 Riviera. Doesn't really matter what we do, but we'll pick it a little bit later. We'll go from Paignton, I think. We'll take that off, and I think we'll have. Do I have some rain? We'll have a little bit of rain. You were 10 minutes late to Newton Abbot because you stopped to check out the scenery. That's awesome, that. Right, unlock the doors. So, again, there's another tutorial for this, should you need it, on the channel. So, we unlock that. We can put that into forwards. We could put, if we're getting up out of the seat to do the safety systems, we'll probably put that in neutral. Instrument lights are here. Open the windows. One of those days where it's raining in the cab. Oh no, it's not raining. It looked like it was raining in the cab then. No, it's an optical illusion. One of those days where it's nice and bright and it's pouring down. Right, safety systems on this one, under this cover. If you lift that up, there's your DSD, and there's the AWS. You can put that down there. Wipers are on this side somewhere, I reckon. No, they're not. They're right in front of me. Put them on slow. Lights, we can put into day. Wait until 10:24, so we'll do that. And then we'll just go a couple of stations. Let's have a look what we've got. We've got Torquay and we've got Tor. So we'll go up to Tor and then we'll call it a night. Vinegar first on chips, then the salt sticks. Yeah, cool rent. Yeah, you could lie on the platform, Neo. Right, shall we do the doors? Got a green, so we can take the brakes off. Off we go. Now this does have exhaust coming out the top.
The next station is Torquay. This is a Great
Torquay.
Western Railway service to Exeter.
More court time. Yeah. Don't worry, we only got 2 stations. It took you half an hour to find the AWS. That's why I thought I'd put that tutorial on, because there'll be some who really didn't watch the previous stream or anything and will think, where the heck is it? And they'll be looking on the back wall. They'll be looking everywhere up here for it. That cab light is on again. Where's the cab light? There you go. I don't know why the cab lights are defaulting to on. Doesn't seem right to me. Maybe that is right for when you're setting up the train. Two stations in the Podcourts when us have work tomorrow. In the interest of fairness, you did get your Western at the beginning. We've got to even it out. We did have longer in the Western too, so... It's only 5 minutes. Yeah, it is very bright for rain. Oh yeah, he did use the shortcut. He always does that on PC, whereas I like to actually click the buttons. Yeah. Nice little squeak on the cover as well there. View for that window's like looking for a matchbox, and do you know what? That's not the narrowest window that we've got. What's the ScotRail train? Is it the 380? That's really narrow. Hey, there you go. There's Animal right behind me saying it. Yeah, yeah. The ScotRail one. That's really, really narrow. Like one of those things in a castle where people used to shoot arrows through back in the day. Back in the day, yeah. The brakes sound right, don't they?
This is a Great Western Railway service to Exeter. The next station is Port.
Oh yeah, the class 20 is rough, isn't it?
Exeter, St David's, Exeter Central, St James, Paignton, Polesway Bridge, Vigley and Sutton, Newport, Topshire, Exton, Limston Commando, Limston Village, and Exmouth.
Great, those announcements, they are. Right, we've got tour in point 8. Tour station is the place if you want to go to Agatha Christie's childhood home on the Paignton Road. Or you see there's a blue plaque, the house. Oh, the house no longer exists. But the plaque does. The arrow slits are called balusteria. Are they? I never knew that. There you go. That's 2 things I've learnt tonight. Balusteria and the Western DSD. Those are 2 things I've learnt tonight. Both contrasting things to learn, but I think this train sounds alright. It's a long time since I've worked on one of these in real life, but from what I remember, it sounds pretty accurate, especially the brake squeal.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
Porky used to have a tram system and it electrocuted a horse. I probably shouldn't laugh at that, but conjures up a picture in my mind of a horse like shooting like 200 feet into the air after it gets electrocuted.
Platform 2 for the 10:32 Great Western Railway.
Anyway, that is the end of tonight's merriment. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for coming in to this stream. We've had, what, nearly 3¼ hours. Hope you've had a good time. I'm going to try and make some time to come back tomorrow night for the Morristown. It just depends when I finish work, but that's the plan. So keep an eye out on the feed for that, and I'll put it on as soon as I know. So I hope to see you then. But until then, thanks for coming in. Thank you for all the chat. Thank you for the new subs, etc, etc, etc. And yeah, have a good evening. I'll see you next time. Cheers, everyone.